What's going on, everybody? LK here once again today with Lord Jonathan Tene, and we're going to be continuing to talk about the archetypes in Street Fighter 6 today, talking about zoners. So zoners are characters that honestly they do that. They try to zone you, they try to keep you out, they try to keep the game at their pace from a distance. Just because they're focusing on runaway and space control does not necessarily mean they have bad offense point blank either. So first we got to talk about the OG Dhalsim. You know, I got all ready to talk about Dhalsim, but he's kind of a mystery in this game for a lot of people. Despite being a legacy character, they changed him quite a bit between each game. He's not very popular. I've heard people say he's maybe like secretly really good, but I've also heard people say that he's kind of bad. But regardless of how good you think he is, he has a really floaty jump, which is a good and bad thing. It's good in that it could be hard to anti-air him in certain spots, but it's bad that it gives you a long time to be like, oh, he's just there. He makes up for this with the 3 different air drills, air fireball, floating, and teleport options. So he has a ton of options in the air compared to other Street Fighter characters. He has huge normals. Most of these are not cancelable, but they cover a really long range. And again, Street Fighter is not really a game about mobility. Like, the characters move in a pretty predictable fashion. These normals are also quite strong. He's just a pretty unorthodox character and probably the most unique character in the entire cast. And another thing that makes him stand out as a zoner is generally we define zoners as like, oh, you use normals to keep people out or you use projectiles to keep people out, and he does both. So I mean, that's why he's the OG. He does both.
Alright, so next up is JP, which is the character I play, and he's definitely, well, actually recently it's Jury, but I would say before that, definitely the character that's the most popular to hate on, rightfully so. He's got really big cane normals, and notably stand heavy punch you can actually cancel, so it can convert off of it into huge damage. He's got great zoning with his spike move, which he can like pick different ranges to send it at, and it's only -2 on block for how far it goes and how fast it is. Portal is a really unique tool. Like, you can set it up and then just play really passively, because if you block an attack, it'll still stay out and then it'll punish them. He's got really interesting fireballs, which have counterplay. The fact that he has fireballs on top of his zoning tools already is good. He's got really high damage for his archetype. I think that's actually the most like standout thing about him, even more so than his counter that beats throws, which is pretty silly. But he is weak to advancing moves from characters like Honda, Blanca, right, which is like their headbutt or Blanca ball, and Kimberly with her slide and stuff, as well as a lot of drive rushes. But he can just make up for it because of how insane his reward is. Like, I can't overstate how much damage this character does. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, he's definitely like not 100% keeping you full screen, because there's some stuff he does that has some really good answers. The thing is, once you get to the mid-range against him, he's still really strong just because his normals are so good. Other than like debatably Guile, I think those are basically the main 2 zoners in this game. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, and like, subscribe if you feel like it, and thanks for watching.